What it do, people? You know what it is, and you know what it sounds like. NBA, picking with Pop. Let's roll. Bombs on the beat.
Yeah. Great fire. Rich famous.
When the chicken, then the money long clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one populism. Coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the back line in the air, throwing signals. When the chicken, then the money long clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one populism. Coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the back lines in the air,
throwing signals. 1,000 on the table, 100,000 in the bank account. I'm trying to get rich. Who else in the building trying to break the house? What it do, people? Happy Thursday. Welcome back to another edition of NBA Picking with Pop. Y'all know how we do before we get to today's slate. Small ticket today. So let's recap yesterday real quick as we do on every show. Bad day yesterday in the sense of the locks. We went on 1, 2, 3 losses and 2 wins. And honestly speaking, OKC should have never been a lock because even though I picked them, you hear me saying on the channel, I watched the game when they played against the Spurs. They looked a little tired. They looked a little gassed. In fact, I had doubts of some of their starters playing. And although they pulled away at the end a little bit, they only won by 10. They didn't cover. Should have made the Bucks because you hear me say they're going to blow them out or they probably going to blow them out. Nonetheless, we went 2 and 3 on the locks. We had Cleveland. We had Houston. Those was the winners. We had Philly, which Paul George. Philly, they can't never get a break, right? We had OKC and we had Orlando. But at the end of the night, I end up Tony. There was no other way. And we switched Orlando right to the Clippers, and I put 800 on the Clippers. Yeah, kid, that feeling. You know what I mean? It was a little shaky, a little nervous, but I'm like, nah. But anyway, I did call the favorites. I said it was probably going to be all the favorites, and it went 5 favorites and 3 underdogs. Atlanta, we should have never had Atlanta, although the history, and sometimes that can trick you up. When you go back and you look at the games, the certain one-on-one matches, the Stephs, the Trae Youngs, and when he first came out, they was kind of comparing him to Steph. A lot of their games been close when you go back and you look. That's why I said 7 points, 6 points, 9 points within that range. So I thought 8.5 would have been enough. But nonetheless, Golden State is one of the premier teams. In fact, they're the top team in the West. You know what I mean? West Side. And Atlanta is one of the worst teams in the NBA as far as ATS and just overall. With that being said, we went 4 and 4 overall, so 50%. And that brought our grand total up to 113, 112. And on the locks, not from Yonkers, the locks to get you and me, the winner, chicken dinners, we are now 52 and 50. Hold on. 55 and 50. We 55 and 50. That's our record. JaY, on the other hand, he went 4 and 4 yesterday as well. I don't know what his locks was because I didn't watch the show today. With that being said, there's 4 games on the slate. Let's get right to it. We got Detroit Pistons out on the road at Charlotte. This is a rematch. We just seen Charlotte play the Pistons, 2-3 days ago? Let me see. Yeah, last Wednesday. And Charlotte won by a smidget of a hair, like they was losing by 1. And then they, you know what I mean, got I think it was Brandon Miller got the last second shot, and so they won. Quick revenge game. Everybody's on Detroit. I don't know. I mean, Charlotte is a little. They kind of overrated. You see, Melo Ball was he was benched in the final seconds of that Brooklyn game, which they lost by 1, even though they had 3 with the spread. I'm looking at that like, maybe a little bit too much porn stars, maybe too much of doing the most off the court and not on the court. And he is a talent, probably the best out of all of the brothers, you know, the Ball brothers. With that being said, though, I mean, back-to-back home games, they won. They should have lost. So I'm going to say that they win today. I'm going to go with Charlotte, but I won't be surprised if Detroit comes out and they win today. Next game. Got Minnesota Timberwolves at Toronto. This is another rematch. We've seen this game play out. Minnesota given 8. And when did they play? They play at Minnesota, right? Play at Minnesota. Play at Minnesota. No, they played home. No, Minnesota played home. Third game of the season, and they won by 11. Minnesota won by 11. Let me see. Now they giving 7.5. I like Toronto. I won't be. Minnesota's the better team. I won't be surprised if they come out and boop, you know what I mean, spank them. But Toronto was a deep team, as we said. They're gonna be getting healthy. I think Scotty Barnes might be back tonight. Let me see. Game time decision. I guess he has something with his orbital. You know what I mean? Somebody broke his eye socket or something like that. They got Bruce Bowen coming back, DJ Carton. They got Emmanuel quickly. But I think they can hang around. I think Minnesota is still trying to figure out, you know, the new pieces. And I think they win again, but I think it's closer than the first game. I'm going with Toronto. Next game, we got the Utah Jazz out at the Spurs. This is going to be the third time that we see in this game. First game, Spurs blew them out. Second game, Utah won 111 to 110 at San Antonio. Now this will be the third game. Is Wembanyama playing tonight? Let's see. Nah, he's not going to be playing tonight. 3 points. I'm going with Utah. I'm going with Utah to win back-to-back. I know a lot of people probably don't like the Spurs, but I'm going with Utah. Next and final game of the night. We ain't going to make this video too long. We got Orlando Magic, who I had as a lock yesterday. Then I Tony switched it, you know what I mean, and did a one pick with the Clippers. So happy that they won it because I would have been mad. That's the thing, too, real quick before we get to the Laker game. It's my show. It's no scription, even though this is the NBA Picking with Pop. Sometimes on the channel, like doing the channel and doing a sports prediction show every day, as I've been doing for the NBA since this season started. First time that I ever did this. And we got a winning record on the locks and overall. When you pick on the channel, and I'm just using the channel, when you say Orlando going to win, then in the real life, once you get off and the red light stops recording, and now, you know what I mean? Now you got to put your money up, because that's your money, son. Now you got to put your money up. It's kind of hard to go and say, I'm going to take the Clippers now, or I'm going to switch my pick. I've done it in the past, and it's like, damn, why I switch my pick? I said the right pick on the channel, then I end up picking the opposite team, and you lose. But that happens. Gambling is not for the faintest of hearts, and you can't lose your money, especially if you don't know what you're doing. But with that being said, I'm happy that the Clippers won last night. Now, Lakers at home. I'm sure everybody going to be on them. Let me see what the public is saying. 86% minus the 4.5, and 95% on the money line, which is the name of the song that we play before we get to the locks. Let me just do this real quick. Last 5 matches between Orlando Magic versus the LA Lakers. I know this show, even though it's pre-recorded, it'd be live time. You know what I mean? I'm wake up, drinking my coffee, going to the gym after this. It's leg day. We don't run from leg day. All right, we'll see what the land of basketball got to say. Obviously, the Lakers, they won in the matchup 46-24. And Lakers lost at Orlando 101-120. And prior to that, the Lakers won 7 straight. 106-103, 111-105, 129-110, 116-105, 106-94, 114-103, 96-93. Back-to-back, not no real travel. They stayed out there in LA, big city of dreams. I ain't gonna complicate it. Probably won't bet on this game because the Lakers should win. They playing good. They got a good Got a good rhythm going. Think they won like 6 in a row. They are due for a loss. That's another reason why I switched, believe it or not, to the Clippers. I looked at, damn, Atlanta on a 5-game win streak. They due for a loss. Teams, just how I go in the NBA, no matter if they playing the worst team or they the best team, if they on a 20-game win streak, 10-game win streak, 6-game, 7-game, they could be playing the worst team in the NFL, and the NBA, and the NHL, you're going to lose because that's just the law of averages. You're not going to win every game, or you're not going to keep it, going like that. With that being said, let's see what the Lakers played. Played the Sixers, trash. Toronto, trash. Memphis, trash. And this is after they lost to Memphis. Spurs, trash. Pelicans, trash. Jazz, trash. I think I'm going to take the Magic. You know that's going to fuck niggas' heads. Like, oh, I'm going to take the Magic today with the 4.5. I think they come in and try to get back on the winning streak, or at least make it competitive. Plus, the Lakers don't be covering at all. You just see they beat the Pelicans by 5. Beat the Jazz with all that West Side Connect by 6. Spread was, what the spread was? Spread was 11. Beat the Grizzlies by 5. Spread was 7.5. Not covering. They did cover with Philly, I believe. They beat them by 10. The spread was 7.5. Yeah, I'm going to take the Magic. Let's get to... Ain't no real locks today, I ain't going to lie. And I ain't trying to mess my record up. I see that's why the professionals be like, it's just a lean. It's just a lean. You forced me to bet. I see why they do that. They want to protect their record. Maybe I need to be doing that too. But I'm gonna go with Toronto with the 7.5, and I'm gonna go with Charlotte to win at home. So that's the 2 locks today. No music today. Y'all know who y'all was tuned into. Popovich TV, NBA, Picking with Pop. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.